Hello once again, people! So this time around, we're going to be checking out a rather curious level in this whole thing. While we've been checking out a lot of different random levels, none of them really offer any new real gameplay mechanics or really big features. But this one kind of does, and that's kind of the idea of it, is that it's basically a test level just to showcase this one particular feature. We don't have any README files or anything like that. So nothing can officially say it's a test level, but you can kind of get the idea based on what you'll see here. Anyway, the level name is Glass, and as you can figure, that's exactly what it is. It's basically this glass wall here. No level name. Here's a super nail gun, the only thing you can really use to destroy the glass. It's nowhere ready to go. And I can alert enemies by striking. So you see there are two enemies. But I can't kill either of them because this glass is in the way. Now I know what you're thinking. Destroy the glass! Basically this is a wall between us and them. Can't hit the sides, you have to hit the actual transparent area in the middle. And yeah, basically you sit here and you shoot and you shoot and you shoot. Now, if you haven't noticed, I just shot it with all my nails, all my shells, still not gone. And we could waste a lot more time here. In fact, if I really want to let this recording go on and on and on, I could basically sit here for the next few millennium and actually not break this glass. It's a ridiculous number that's like, if you actually want to try and break this glass, you know, it's so many numbers that it makes Shub-Niggurath pale in comparison. And yeah, there's basically no way you'll ever destroy this glass unless you edit it. Once you go into like the editor and you make it a lot weaker than it is, it will take you more than 10,000 years, which by itself is ridiculous to the point that no person lives 10,000 years. So good luck to that. You know, and by that time, we'll even have technology that'll be able to play Quake? Who knows? But yeah, you can sit here, devote 10,000 plus years of your life to try and open this one invisible wall. Yeah, that's a brilliant idea. Devote your life to an obscure level in the middle of Quake. And I seem to have just gotten myself stuck. I just jumped up here on the light and now I'm stuck. Well, that's brilliant. Now I can't even do that. Now I'm trapped and my goal is incomplete. No! Now I can't even waste 10,000 years because I'm trapped on this light. No! All my progress has been in vain. No! So as you see, that's this level, people. Really stinks. But yeah, you can never kill those two enemies, which are going to drive me crazy. So here we are. I'm going to nuke up over there and kill them because, well, I cannot leave them alive. Now, there are some curiosities to be had with this. Let's see here. It's like Impulse 9 gives you all. So there we are. We have now all the tools to experiment. If I use, say, like a rocket launcher, and you, like, try and shoot at the wall. So you see, the splash damage is enough that will actually kill what's behind it. Now let's start shooting rockets at it. Like I said, Shub-Niggurath is too powerful for this. So what I'm going to do is stand right here, shoot some rockets at it. We're basically going to waste everything we have. I want to show you just how ridiculous this is. I'm shooting right at that wall, and we're going to just keep shooting and shooting our way away. Like I said, I was calculating it out using the rocket launcher, which causes the most damage, by the way. Actually, the grenade launcher does consistently, but the grenade launcher would bounce off it, so good luck trying to get rockets on there. But even with the splash damage, even with everything else, so you see, I'm just standing right here, shooting away at that wall, and nothing's happened. And that, of course, is because nothing will ever happen. This wall is impenetrable. So you can still see it's impenetrable. Like, the only way you're going to get it, like I said, is if you go in the editor, edit it to be weaker, then it will work fine. But it's like, you come here, you try and decimate the wall. By the way, you could, like, kill enemies with a thunderbolt. That's why I use the super nail gun, because you cannot do anything to enemies behind it. Like, try to use all the fast-paced weapons I have. But as you see, nothing has happened. This is the wall, people. So you see, glass is quite impossible to get through. You'll have no chance of ever doing it, especially not using the tools given in here. Nevertheless, what you could get, you know, by spawning everything in. Even if you spawn everything in, as you see, you're not really getting through this anytime soon. Like, this is really a massive time consumer right here. Try and get through the glass. We'll have it done in about 10,000 millennium. We can only live about 100 years or so, say. So, yeah. We'll leave it to our descendants to continue this quest to get past this one invisible wall. Most pointless task ever. Imagine having a family decade after decade after decade. Then the amount it would take to procreate, to raise that family. Any other needs you might have in the meantime. The fact that you'll probably not last 100 years. Yeah, this is quite possibly the worst thing ever, you know, for someone who wants to actually get 100% completion. Because good luck ever getting... Well, I already killed the 2 enemies, so that's not 100% true. But if you ever want to get through this and get to the other side without just, like, no-clipping through it, like that. Hooray, I did it! I made it to the other side! Now collect things from this side! But yeah, if you ever want to destroy the glass without editing it, good luck to you. It's really, really going to take an impossibly long time, to the point that, yeah, it's probably the most worthless waste of your time you could ever have. Like, what worse way to waste your time than trying to destroy a piece of glass that pretty much has mathematically been tested to be impossible to ever destroy? Good luck! Anyway, thank y'all for watching, people. I know it's been pretty pointless, but we did get to see a totally new feature. A barrier hazard. Barrier hazards aren't the most interesting because they're kind of just manipulations of the brushwork. Like, really, the big difference in my eyes between, say, something that, like, the reason why I'll call, like, this something, or, like, the exploding wall something, but at the same time I won't, like, do it for, like, the boat in E1M1, is because that was never really mentioned by name or anything. It was never really defined as an entity. It was basically just some brushwork for you to stand on and do something. And that's really the big difference between them. One of them has, like, a name defined behind it. Like, if there was a message that came up and said, get on the boat, that alone would change my entire mindset and make it so that way I would have that as basically a boat level. I would basically have it as its own separate entity, because it's officially said, get on the boat. And however you said the boat would be how it's referred to. You could call it whatever you want, but that alone is defining a name. It's defining the entity within the world. It's giving it a meaning. It's giving it an actual name behind it. And that, like I said, is the big difference between, say, what you kind of saw here, because this level's called glass, and so therefore you have basically a defined entity here, the glass. As opposed to, say, something like there, whereby the boat's not exactly named in any way or defined in any way, and so it's just kind of manipulation and brushwork. Which, like I said, this is as well, but this has a bit more character because it's defined, because, that's the whole big feature of this test level, because that's the design of this right here. So yeah, that's really whereby I kind of separate the two ideas and why one has, like, its identity and one doesn't. Like I said, ones that don't end up going on, like, the level theme or whatnot, or wherever kind of, like, yeah, basically we go on level theme and show exactly, like, ways brushes can be manipulated. But otherwise, yeah, it's really not its own defined entity. Like I said, it all comes down to those custom messages and what exactly is defined in the course of this level. Quake is rather simplistic in its views. See, like, if you're playing, like, Unreal or, say, Thief, like, Thief you define everything. Everything in the world has a name. And so, thereby, it would very easily be probably that something would be called devote or something like that, just in the editor. Here, really, names aren't really defined in the editor. They're really, like, there's a class name for them, but I don't really ever see it utilized. I'm not even sure if it existed back then. And so, yeah, I'm not really seeing, like, anything ever utilized that says, like, this is an entity beyond what it is. And so, yeah, that's really what it kind of comes down to. A lot of these things just don't have any defined names or beings or anything. Of course, in the original game, things were a bit different. Back, in the original game, there's all these, traps and hazards and all that. And because it's the original game and they're all designed to be such, they all get their own identity. But now that we're getting to custom levels, that's kind of the mindset here, people. So, if you were kind of curious as to why I do things the way I do them, that's kind of why. Anyway, thank you all for watching. It's been very, very pointless. I've literally just been shooting at a wall for, like, 10 minutes. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I shall see you all next time.